Rebounded by Colabay, and he lays it in, and a whistle. Now goes under the screen again. Gregory wants another, yes! To back buckets, now the steal. The three in the buzzer, yes! It's good! You gotta pull it. McHenry, free ball. The foul in the bucket! He's fouled, and hits the three. A chance for a 4-point play.
Both Hilltopper basketball programs failed to reach the big dance. We'll look back at season's end.
And it's my favorite time of year. Spring ball season is here. We'll have an inside look at Hilltopper baseball and softball next.
Pass is called one-handed grab. Are you kidding me, Dalvin?
Dug him with space inside the 10. Looks to break the tackle, and he breaks the end zone.
Dominate on 3, what they do?
They will keep it on the ground with Wales. Not only will he get the first down, he'll get the touchdown and the championship.
Use it for Rogers for 3 for the win. Western Kentucky doesn't break.
The grass is red in Kentucky. Holy moly!
The Hilltoppers are champions of Conference USA.
Welcome in to Studio 2. Extra Point is back after a long spring break, ready to bring you the best in live sports. I'm Alec Fouch, that's Phil Clark, and we're taking a look back at Hilltopper basketball's season.
That's right. It was a disappointing end to the Hank Plona era, which began with high hopes, but left the tops picking up pieces as they look towards next season.
Yeah, it was pretty disappointing to see that loss to Florida International in the CUSA tournament. This team had a lot of momentum in the early season, but Phil, injuries really killed them down the stretch.
I know Western lost Babacar Fai. He was dominant in all the games he played with us. And it just was sad to see because Hank Plona, it's his first year and all the staff love him here.
Oh,
and there's no debating that.
Absolutely. He's half the reason why half the guys even stayed on the team this year. Everybody loves him. I've seen him walking around on campus. He feels like he belongs here. But we need to see some better production from these Hilltoppers. They were 8-10 in conference, 17-15 overall. They were scoring about 75 points per game, which is good, but when you consider the injuries they had, it left a lack of defense and a little more to be desired.
Considering Western was a March Madness team last year, and then the defense was so good last year, it almost seemed like every time Western pushed down the court and the offense was fine, it was just the defense. We couldn't get any turnovers.
Yes, and it was apparent when they played at home. Diddle really gave an advantage. The Hilltoppers were 13-5 at home. That is the best home record in Conference USA, but going away killed the Tops. They were 4-9.
Diddle makes a difference.
Diddle does make a difference. I mean, 4-9 away. You can't have that if you're going to compete in any conference in Division I sports, especially in CUSA with teams like Liberty, Kennesaw State making big moves. But we have the infamous transfer portal, opening up last Monday, and the Tops have already seen movement from top players on their roster, Phil.
I know. It was sad to see Don enter, Cole's best friend. Who's Cole going to eat lunch with? He's going to be eating by himself.
I mean, he's still got Wu Marshall to do some
LeBron
Wade dunks with him. But yeah, it's a real shame. Don McHenry, leading scorer, entering the transfer portal. As you can see by his stats right there, I mean, he was an all-around prospect. He'd be lucky for whatever team has him next. And Babacar Fai, as we talked about, injured all season, dominant when he was there for 12 games. He is in the portal. Julius Stedford as well in the portal. So a lot of scoring, leaving the Tops, going out the door. What do you think Hank Plona and the Tops need to do to rebuild this roster for next season?
Number one, you got to look at Big Red Trust. That's the NIL place for Western. Mm-hmm. You got to go into the portal. You got to go get some people. But Western does have an incoming freshman, Armello Boone from Woodford County. He's also a dog. I'd like to see more from his defense and his three-point play.
He is impressive in the games I've seen him play. 17.4 points per game in high school. That gets it done. I would like to see him with a little bit more efficiency shooting behind the arc because Lord knows this team struggled with that all season. but he is a good rebounder, and if he can score, he can rebound, be a stretch big. That will be a very,
he's not the
very
biggest on the
important
court,
thing.
but he definitely needs to play a little physical. I'd like to see that translate to the D1 level.
Yes, but women's basketball came into the Conference USA tournament with high hopes, but ultimately fell short of their goal of making a March Madness tournament when they lost to MTSU, Phil.
Yeah, it was sad to see because everyone in the broadcasting department was so hyped to see them play. Like, that was the highlight of our March. And it was sad to see they couldn't get it done in the semifinal.
Nope. Josie Gilvin, Alexis Mead, we're going to be missing them, but that is a conversation for later. Josie Gilvin, the Energizer Bunny, she really led this team to that 23-9 overall record, 13-5 in CUSA. I mean, first in CUSA on offense.
Best offense in Conference
Best
USA.
offense in the conference, and yet it felt like there was still something left to be desired.
And you can't really blame Greg Collins for this. He built a great culture over there in the women's basketball department. He built that culture, and we're excited to see him next year, see what he can do, bring in some new players.
Yes, obviously, they finished 33.9% from behind the arc from three, which is serviceable. I mean, that's solid.
Yeah.
But personally, I would like to see these Lady Tops get better at shooting the rock. Obviously, they're going to be missing Alexis Mead. She is graduating. She is moving on with the next stage of her life.
Yep.
Josie Gilvin, we keep saying her name because that is how much she meant to this
She meant
team.
so much to this team. Please, Josie, come back. You know what I'm saying? It's like she was like the core of our team.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a chance for her to take her name out of the portal. I'm sure, I know she's got a great relationship with Greg Collins, and I didn't expect to see her name in the transfer portal.
No, you didn't. And she easily could have been the Conference Player of the Year. Easily.
I mean, she was snubbed a few weeks ago from CUSA Conference Player of the Week when she had that amazing game. And, I mean, maybe she just wants to go somewhere where she's going to get more recognition. I think she can get something done at a big, big school, something like Tennessee or like UConn. But moving along, Bowling Green punched their ticket to Rupp Arena. Learn the men's basketball story next.
And the Lady Cats made history this season. We'll give you a recap on their historic season next on the Extra Point.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Well, the Bowling Green Purples set out on their journey to make it to Rupp Arena. They marched through the 4th region and showed their dominance when they punched their ticket to the state tournament. Phil, These Purples are now in the Final Four of the tournament after a win in the Sweet 16 against Adair County and a win in the Elite 8 against Ashland Blazer. Where are they going to go from here?
Only up from here, right? It's only up from here. This team, you know that the 4th region just runs through Bowling Green. You look at some of these stats, 29-6. It's crazy to see.
I mean, I really didn't expect this from the Purples. I knew they were a good team, watching them all season, getting to record their games. But I really thought it was going to be Warren Central making it out on top.
You know, we like to see Aunt McAfee. We'd like to see them, but it's just Bowling Green. Bowling Green just showed their dominance.
They showed their dominance. That guy, number 13, Joe Hart, one of the best big men in the state. What he lacks in size, he makes up for agility and grit in the paint.
He just hurts you.
He really
just hurts you.
brings the pain, dude. And Luke Eilert, I mean, he's got to be the best three-point shooter in the entire
He's
state.
really underrated.
Dude, he shoots almost 60% from three. I believe he's at 58.8% right now. I mean, the efficiency is off the charts for this team on the offensive
And you definitely can't go without talking about Deuce Bailey. Tell me a little bit about him.
Oh, dude, the star quarterback committed to, I believe it's Missouri State to play football.
State, yep.
He has been clutch on the hardwood. He hit a game-winning shot inside 10 seconds in the first round against Adair County, and he tied things up to take it to overtime and hit another clutch shot in overtime against Ashland Blazer. These Purples will play tomorrow morning at 11:10 Central in Rupp Arena against South Oldham, who just pulled out a win against Jeffersontown.
You know what? They were down early in the game too, and they came back. So Bowling Green's got to watch out for South Oldham.
Yes, they do. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what these Purples boys can do. But speaking of basketball, in the 4th region, the Franklin Simpson Lady Cats dominated the 4th region for a spot in the girls' Sweet 16. And Phil, although the road came to an end for them in Lexington, the team emerged out of thin air to mark their place in history.
You know, we got to see that inside look with Coach Ashley Taylor, and she said, like, look, girls, we can do something with this. We can make a run, and that's exactly what they did.
Yes, they did. They looked dominant in almost every single game that I got to view in the 4th region tournament inside Diddle Arena. Larisha Cawthorn, I mean, the guy.
That name's got to sound familiar.
Where have we heard that name
It's almost
before?
like we have a Cawthorn coming up later on the show.
Like you're going to see her brother later on Delay of Game. But, you know, she averaged a double-double on the season. That's hard to do at any level of basketball. They destroyed Metcalfe County, who was a tough team to beat. I mean, you saw how they got into the final with that lane violation call.
Yes,
I mean, but they deserve to be there, and yet Franklin Simpson just blew them out of the water.
This was a whole team effort right here.
Whole team effort. When Cawthorn couldn't get going down low against teams like Russell in the semifinal, they had their girls like Vanessa Ray and Chloe Smith stepping up. Chloe Smith was actually the leading scorer in the championship game, so it was very exciting to watch these girls as they made their way into Rupp.
Tell me a little bit about this defense. I know I've seen some crazy stats on this Franklin Simpson defense.
Phil, I mean, they were tied for 5th in the state in points allowed with 36.1.
36 points.
36 points a game. That's hardly a half of basketball in most regions. I mean, it was ridiculous to watch. 74 steals, on the season for the Lady Cats. Every single time they brought the ball up, it was Larisha Cawthorn just saying, yeah, I'll take that. I'll have that.
Thank you very much.
It's
my ball.
I'm
I'll
gonna
take it
that
back.
down the lane, do a little Euro step, put it up. I mean, it was like clockwork. And I wish they could have done more. Watch them go further in the Sweet 16.
Easily could have, too.
But, you know,
Easily could have.
those local private schools.
Yeah, yep. It's
But
exactly.
WKU baseball is on its way to a historic season. Learn how their performance is gaining national attention.
And the other red school up I-65 came to the Hill, and can Coach Amy Tudor lead her young squad against ACC competition? Find out here next on The Extra Point.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here.
Wait.
What?
I can't drive.
Why?
I'm high.
Oh.
As Ryan Weidman with a moonshot.
The line drive to left, and she finds the seam.
That ball's gone. Exactly what Western Kentucky needed to come out.
From Drennan, here comes the go-ahead, and it's in. Louisville finishes off a 3-2 win.
But Donovan Cash unloads a deep fly ball to left, and you can't forget about it. Leads Kennesaw State to their first ever Conference USA Series win.
Hilltopper Baseball has had an historic start to their season, and with conference play getting underway, the question is, Phil, can Coach Reardon get the Tops to national relevance? Are they going to be ranked sometime soon?
I think they can. I think they'll be able to do it. I always think back to what Western's AD said about Coach Reardon, in that he said exactly what he's going to do. He said in the first year it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. We're gonna work hard, and a couple years down the road we're going to be good, and that's exactly what's happened.
Yes, Reardon is a winner, and it has been proven so far this season with a historic start. Their record is currently 22-3. Ryan Weidman, an absolute stud, leads Conference USA in batting average.
It's actually a delight to see, because you go to the games and you see the ball just bounce off his bat. You're like, is it going to go out? Of course it is. It's always going to go out.
Have you seen his stats, his sabermetrics?
It's actually insane. His stats are crazy.
1.3 on base plus slugging percentage. That is the highest I've ever seen in my entire life. MVPs.
You don't see that in the majors. You don't see that anywhere.
Like the most you ever see is like a 1.1. He's hitting like 458 batting average, and he was crucial in that win against Evansville earlier in the week. The Tops won 13-3, and
they're a pretty good program too.
Absolutely. You can't forget about the pitching.
No, our pitching is actually crazy. Jack Bennett and Drew Whalen, those two are 1-2 punch right there, and no one wants to see those two coming into the series.
No, so far in the season they have combined for 67 strikeouts on about 55 innings pitched. Phil, that is more than a strikeout per inning.
That you know you're getting struck out if you go in there. That's pretty much what you're saying. One of you see the three due up, you're like, one of you is done. Phil, one of you is mine.
Phil, how far do you think this Topper baseball team can go in the postseason when it comes up?
I truly think they can get to the College World Series right now. I mean, it's not getting national attention, and I have defended them in some places right now, saying that they deserve to be, but they definitely can get to the College World Series.
And it's going to be interesting to see when they play teams like Dallas Baptist, who are
Dallas
up
Baptist
there.
will be peak cinema. Peak cinema.
And speaking of ball, softball has had a slow start to the season, as the softball Toppers are 2-6 in conference play. Phil, what does this team need to do to ensure that they can go back to the CUSA Championship for another year?
They really just need to evaluate where they're at right now. They need to evaluate, they need to relax, and they need to be themselves. That's number one. Western needs to be themselves. We know Western knows that they have these elite pitchers that they can shut down a lineup if they need to. So pitchers like Rylan Smith, she just pitched a complete game against Louisville, even though we had the loss.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Although the pitching staff is definitely putting it together, the offense leaves a lot to be desired. 11 runners left on base for WKU, and this comes in a game where Louisville had 8 hits, Western had 6. That game could have gone either way. Those hit totals were
And
so
I see that
close that it
last
could have been a
stat up
score either
there.
way.
That last stat right there, 11 runners left on base.
Yes.
If there's a couple timely hits, that's going the other way.
Going the other way. It could have been a 5-3 game. Could have been a 6-3 game if somebody would unload on the ball. Macy Masters so far has been the only one being able to do that for the softball.
She's like the
Lady
Ryan
Toppers.
Weidman of the softball team.
Essentially,
almost.
I mean, she has 8 home runs already on the season, 25 RBIs, and that RBI total is a little bit low.
It's like double the second person on the team, I'm pretty sure.
It is, but honestly, with 8 home runs, you would feel like through 30-plus games in the season, you would expect her to have more RBIs, but that just attributes to the lack of offense that we've seen in this lineup.
Yeah, and who do you think can get it started for them, for the softball team?
I really look towards Kendall White. Kendall White, very, very impressive.
I know she started the season at the 9-hole, and it almost seemed like Coach Tudor trusted her. She started trusting her, and she has the best batting average on the team now, so she's actually the leadoff. And this team's very young. That's the key here. And I just really like to see them grow throughout the season, be better than they were on game 1, so they'll be ready to make it back to that conference championship.
Well, speaking of growth, that South Warren team is looking hot. Up next, reporter Lincoln Bryant returned to his high school, South Warren. He did not leave his glove, but he does have an exclusive story on the Spartans next, here on The Extra Point.
Bring it.
Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home. Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride?
Sure. Yeah. All right. How about some one-on-one?
I gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back to The Extra Point. And spring is in the air, Alex, so you know we got to talk some high school baseball around Warren County.
Absolutely.
And getting things started, if we could roll the tape, we have South Warren taking on the Warren East Raiders. And coming into the season, there were questions about the South Warren pitching staff and how they were going to be able to compete. And starting the game for South Warren is Camden Page, doing okay until William Alexander hit this absolute moonshot to put Warren East up 6-1 at the top of the third. Is that Dane Parsley?
Dane Parsley. I've seen that guy play 3 sports
I feel like I've heard
year.
this name before. Mr. Do-It-All does it right here, and he hits a knock up the middle, but then gets sorted later in the game. And next up, it's a turning point for South Warren as Casey Green says, put him on the board, and drives in 3. And Griffin Raridan drives in Camden Page to tie the game up. Multi-sport athletes, Alec. And when you look out at the mound and you see Brennan Bratcher, he's not hitting threes right now. He's striking South Warren
basketball
out.
And striking out one of the best teams in the city. Are you kidding me?
But now it's Griffin Raridan's turn. As you can see him blow a fastball by South to give him a chance for an interesting bottom of the half in the 7th, and he leads him off with a double and a dab. And here it is right here, a walk-off single with the final score of 7-6 South. Greg Pierceman with the final blow.
Man, what a great game. Always exciting to watch a walk-off. But Daviess County came to Bowling Green, and they started off hot with a triple right off the bat, no pun intended,
There's
from
one.
Lucas Ward.
There's one.
The next batter would get the RBI, but Bowling Green would waste no time. A couple of singles and a wild pitch on this play lead to an easy run scored by Evan Schallert. Defense became the name of the game as this one unfolded. Just look at Sean Page scooping the pitch and gunning down the attempted steal. Speaking of scoops, first baseman Gavin Howard gets the pick from shortstop off the bouncy turf. Plays like these made runs hard to come by.
First basemen are athletes.
Dude, that's one of the hardest plays you can make in baseball. But the baby was not asleep yet, and you should not be asleep either. Wake up and smell the burgers, because the sixth inning finally saw the ball get rolling again with another triple from Brady Brubaker.
That's two.
However, the Panthers unable to capitalize on any of their extra base hits, and in the bottom half, the Purples would make them play on this misplay by the catcher on a nasty hop. A disgusting pitching display from the Panthers. Brody Tucker would keep it competitive in the end, but a lack of offense. Oh my gosh, look at that pitch, dude. He made him duck out of the way. Disgusting. But he would take the loss.
Charlie.
He would take the loss, and the Purples and pitcher Drew Eisenberg were granted a certified fresh W for their fourth win of the year.
You know, they were short of the triple-tripler. You know what the triple-tripler is?
No, what's that?
The 3 triples in a game, the triple-triplers. That's what I like to call it.
Dude, that might be harder than hitting a cycle. I mean,
that's definitely harder.
2 triples in one game and still taking the loss, that's got to feel tough. But it was a really impressive game, especially on the defensive side of things. I mean, the strikeouts were plentiful. It was great to watch these guys running up and down the field.
When I came to Western, I didn't think I was going to see all this great high school baseball, because a couple years ago I was in their shoes playing high school baseball, and I played nowhere near this competition.
I mean, it obviously, just like basketball, just like football, the 4th region runs through Bowling Green. It's going to be exciting to see these inner city teams clash against each other as we get closer.
South Warren.
Like South Warren.
And reporter Lincoln Bryant sat down with the undefeated Spartans ahead of their season. Take a look here.
Can South Warren put the hammer down? Well, this team is battle-tested and can never be counted out.
We've got a really strong team this year, and our mindset's kind of, even if we get down, we're definitely not out no matter how late in the game we are.
They are ready to go and start the season.
There's a lot of optimism. Players have good attitudes. They're looking forward to the season. They're tired of inter-squatting against each other.
And the mentality this year?
Pretty much just fight.
They have been here before, but this year is different.
I would say this is one of the more experienced teams that we've had over the years.
Emotions are high, and laziness is not an option.
You have a lot of time to figure things out, so I think it's just a process, and I think you have to struggle to eventually succeed.
There is one word that describes what this team gives you every day.
It really is all about the effort. If you keep the effort leveled up in the dugout or, on the field, wherever, usually everybody else kind of buys into that.
There are leaders ready to lead this young bullpen every game.
This group's a pretty dedicated group, so I think we won't have any problems with them.
Yeah, pitching's a question, but I think we have plenty of pitchers that can get it done.
And what is the WKU commit Ethan Reynolds' mindset walking up to the plate?
Hit bombs.
And from one South Warren alumni to another.
1, 2, 3, run!
South on top. And for the extra point, I'm Lincoln Bryant.
Well, that was a wonderful look. Thank you, Lincoln. It's going to be exciting to see how this season unfolds, especially for guys like center fielder Ethan Reynolds.
That dude hits bombs. You heard it from him. He hits bombs.
He's committed to play for the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers next season as well, Phil.
Yeah, he's going to fit really well in, I think. He'll fit really well in with this winning culture we've built, Western has built at the baseball department.
Yes, and Griffin Raridan, someone to watch for as well. But that's all the time we have to talk about high school baseball. Be sure to stick with us for your favorite segment on the Extra Point. Delay of Game is coming up next.
don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think.
You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
And welcome back into the Extra Point. It is time for everybody's favorite segment with everybody's favorite freshman. With March Madness in full swing, do you guys think the Ole Miss Rebels are legit? Lincoln, I'll start with you.
Man, these Rebels are locked in for March. I think they're legit. They're legit, Alex. They're hot now. They just put up 91 points on Iowa State. That's a third-ranked team, ladies and gentlemen. They're hot right now. Sean Padula, he's averaging 15, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals per game. He's leading this team to success, and they're doing what people said they couldn't. They're here. They beat North Carolina. They beat Iowa State. They're here, and they're 10-8 in the SEC. That's a good record for a really hard conference where they play well against their competition.
Some have said the best conference all year. LJ, what say you?
I still stand on hottie no toddy at all. This team is, I mean, who have they played, honestly? I mean, look at it. North Carolina, Iowa State. If you see the quad one wins, they're nobodies to me, honestly. I mean, they're not a good rebounding squad at all. The stage is really too big for them. I mean, the guys first, okay, yeah, you want round one, round two. That's nice, but you're not ready for Sweet 16. Watch it tonight. If the threes are not falling, they're in big trouble, and they struggle with good teams. I mean, we've seen it. They're in the top, you said top ACC right there? ACC at the top, they've struggled a lot.
All right, you two, duke it out.
You said they struggled against top teams, but they put up 91.
Okay.
Iowa State, man.
Oh yeah. Iowa State.
91.
Okay. Yes. North Carolina, Iowa State,
91.
11-20 in quad one games.
Who?
That is not top comp at all.
Iowa State is ranked third.
I'm glad that you know that they can
along
beat
with
teams
people like
who
Kentucky.
can't beat big teams.
Is Kentucky a top team? Because they're
Kentucky
third
is a
ranked.
top team.
Yes, they are.
They are. So that means Iowa State is a top team
That's
because they're
right.
also a third-ranked team.
Oh no, sir. Have you seen the quad one wins?
I've seen the rank in March Madness, and they are top.
Oh, yeah.
They're on top of that.
Just because they're a quad, what?
They're
third ranked team. Okay, yeah. Where they at now?
Third win wins. We're not questioning that.
Yeah,
We're
they
in
could be
March.
ranked number 3. Guess where they at home?
Well, they just got beat by Ole Miss because Ole Miss is hot.
Well, guess where they're going? Home.
They're not going home. Ole Miss is going to the Elite Eight.
You see, he don't even know. They're going to Sweet 16 right now. That's where they're going to stay at.
Yeah, but they're going to win tonight and then go to the Elite Eight.
Hottie Toddy, gosh almighty, who are you?
That's
my question.
They are hotties.
Ooh, those are some strong words, LJ. Sticking with the SEC, who do you guys think will come out on top in the Sweet 16 matchup between Kentucky and Tennessee tonight? It is the third time they have played this season. LJ, I'll start with you.
Hey, they say, I give you them props. They say it's hard to beat a team 3 times, but not when you got Mark Pope as your coach. And Mark Pope we trust all day, every day. His team is ready for this right here in Indianapolis. It's not Calipari playing in Indianapolis, but hey, it's Kentucky. I believe they know the roots, the grounds they playing on tonight is where they're going to win at tonight. They're 50% from the last 3 points. I mean, look, last 2 meetings, 3-point percentage, 50%. That's not bad at all. Size and shooting is too much for UT all the time. We've seen that happen. 50% field goal rate in both games, that is really great. UK is going to, come in this game and give Tennessee what they want.
I love what this guy has to say, but Lincoln, what do you think?
Well, does LJ support any other program besides Franklin Simpson? No, he doesn't. So Kentucky's not going to win this game. And the reasons why are because Tennessee literally has a lockdown defense. Yes, they might have given up those then against Kentucky in the last matchups, but they're only allowing 60 points a game. 61. They're doing it right now in March. They're hot. Like Chaz Lanier, he has 25 points per game in the last 2 rounds for Tennessee. He didn't have that against Kentucky, but now in March, he's going to have that against them. And then Kentucky's weak in the paint. They're going to give up those easy layups for Tennessee. And Rocky Top, Rick Barnes can't be stopped. and the Cats are going to flop. Lakers in 5.
One of the best pure point guards in the SEC is Lanier. You all, tell me what you think.
Whoa, you did not just say that. You did not just say that, right? Are you kidding me? No, sir. You cannot go off of that at all. Rick Barnes is not a great coach. If he was, he would have been on with a national championship there. He would have.
Well, he's going to get there this year.
No, sir, he's not.
Yes, he is, because he's going to get back to an easy team like Kentucky.
He's going to beat Houston?
The Cats are going to flop, man.
No, Cats are going to jump.
Oh, they're not going to jump.
Oh, they're going to jump tonight. Trust me.
Where are they going to jump?
You know why they're going to jump tonight? Because Cal choked. UK has a Pope with high hopes. Kentucky in 5. Right there. I got to say it again. I got to say it again. Hey, Cal chokes. Kentucky has a Pope with high hopes.
Say it again.
Kentucky in
Why
5.
not? Just
there we go.
Second time's a charm. He's got it written down in his notes.
It definitely is right there. When you got Kobe Bryant, Williams, and Oway, they're going to have a very big night tonight.
Show them shorts, LJ. What you got on?
Hey, you know what? Sometimes
he's got some lipstick shorts on. This guy's
sometimes, Tennessee is going to kiss Kentucky tonight. After that win, I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to kiss them.
All right.
I love you.
All right, before we have an accident in the studio and you try to get workman's comp, they're not going to give it to you. Which team is your all's favorite to win the whole thing as of right now? Lincoln, I will start with you.
Well, just like Tyler said, baby, we're going Gator bait or your Gator bait son, and that is the Florida Gators. They are going to get this SEC championship, and they won the SEC championship, and they're going to win the national championship. This team is hot right now. They're 47% from the field goal percentage this year. They're locked, and their starting 5 is all averaging double figures. This team is locked down, and they're ready to go.
Wow, a lot to say in such a short amount of time. Lincoln, LJ, what do you think about that?
I mean, he's got a lot to say in sort of a short amount of time because, I mean, Florida really is nobody, to be honest. I mean, they look good this year.
Really?
But they're not going – the success is not around them. But let's go on to the team that's really going to win. That's the Duke Blue Devils. Hey, did you see them play last night? Did you see them play last night?
Yeah, they almost lost it.
I'm not worried about a win is a win in March. They have a freshman phenom, Cooper Flag. Did he really need to go to Duke or college, period? No, he did not. He could have went to NBA. Hello, LeBron James, Kobe, I don't know. 33-3 record. They're really good. 13-game win streak as of last night. Yeah, this team is really ready.
So, who do you guys think is better?
Flag, bro. All you got is Cooper Flag, and he can't name anybody. Who's else on Duke?
Con Nipple?
Nipple?
I don't care. Tyrese Proctor? Sion James?
Knipple.
See, you didn't even say it right.
Correcting him right now.
Okay, well, he's foreign, all right. His name's hard to say, but this isn't my argument.
Who else?
What are you talking about?
All you can think about is Cooper Flag. Tyrese Proctor. What's Tyrese Proctor do?
Shoot threes.
Shoot threes from where?
Shoot beyond the arc.
Barely.
I mean, where else do you shoot threes, Lincoln?
Corner threes, center threes.
Oh,
you can shoot threes
all around. He's a really great player.
They can put 3 up on the board all they want, but who
do
you think Florida is going to need to really, really win this one? Who's going to be the star player?
They're going to get their coach, man.
Their coach. So
coach is going to lead them to this victory.
Wow.
Why are you asking me questions about this argument? I feel like it's me and LJ, not me and Alex.
Oh, you're right.
I don't know. Why don't you ask the producer?
But you just said their coach? Do you not understand? Today,
they're going to start off with their shooters,
in today's games, player-led teams are the most efficient teams to win it.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Florida is most efficient. They beat the hard conference SEC champions. If the coach is going to coach this team, he must go out there and play himself. They are the SEC champions, and they will dominate.
Oh, SEC champion, yeah, not national champions like Duke. Because they got it.
When's the last time Duke's been in the championship?
They've been in the championship. They played in 2015. They won.
2015.
They did win. That did happen.
Yeah, that did happen.
You know what happened 5 years before that?
But Duke's not there this time, man. They lost to Clemson. Where's Clemson at? Clemson's at home.
Exactly.
They lost to Clemson.
But ever since they lost to Clemson, they won a 14-game win streak, buddy.
Yeah, but that was who they lost to. So
okay, yeah.
if they play another team like Clemson,
you know what they said? They said,
well, hey, you two know, you all know who else beat Clemson or else lost to Clemson, Kentucky, and they're going to beat every single team on the way to a national championship. That's my opinion. But up next, Bowling Green survived another thriller in Rupp Arena. We'll take you to practice with the most clutch team in all of the Commonwealth next on The Extra Point.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving. I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Welcome back to the Extra Point. Alec, tell me a little bit about what's coming up.
Yes, Bowling Green, no stranger to clutch shots. Their postseason starting strong when one player's late game heroics brought the team to back-to-back district side titles. Sports director Ryan Murphy has more on the shot heard around the 14th district.
Every senior dreams of this moment. The district championship game. Seconds left against your biggest rival. The final time you'll ever play a game on your home court. And it all comes down to your shot.
It didn't sit in for a while. I was thinking about it all night. I didn't realize how good it was.
On the cusp of another state title run, Braylon Banks took Bowling Green to region with a full head of steam.
I'm very proud of Braylon. He's been working so hard to get his moment, you know. And I was actually on the baseline, and right when he saw it, it looked tracking right on the net. And my reaction, I think there's a video of me just throwing my hands in the air. And just the reaction to our teammates, to our coaches, to the fans, it was awesome.
But it's not how it was supposed to happen.
Bray didn't hesitate. He made a senior's play and hit a big shot. You know, for a kid that's played as much basketball here as he's played and been as many big games he's been in, couldn't have a better kid as far as what happened in that moment.
He lives for clutch moments. He's a very clutch player, and we trust him in those shots.
With a 6-player senior class and back-to-back district titles, Bowling Green
Back to basketball
is ready to grab their destiny.
We're really guard heavy this year, but we can all score, we can all drive. That's what makes our team so special.
I know what we're capable of doing. I see it all the time. I see it. We're highly skilled. You look at these guys are still getting shots up. They love being in the gym. So I know this group, but they got to prove it to themselves.
Now, it's state week, but Braylon's shot will forever live in the banners at Bowling Green High. For the Extra Point, I'm Ryan Murphy.
And how about that, Phil? A lot of clutch shots coming in the postseason from this Bowling Green Purples.
Deuce Bailey.
Dude, Deuce
Tell me a little
Bailey.
bit about him.
He's proven to be the all-time clutch factor for these Bowling Green Purples. I mean, that man hit that huge game winner in the first round, and then they played Ashland in the second round of the Sweet 16, and he hit a shot to tie it up to send it to overtime, and another clutch shot to help them win in overtime.
Absolutely ridiculous.
It seems like whenever the lights are brightest, this Purples team is at their best.
Well, that's all the time we have for the Bowling Green Purples. But coming up, we have LJ and Lincoln back on to talk about some women's college basketball next on the Extra Point.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Welcome back to the Extra Point. Lincoln and LJ are here to put an end to all debates surrounding women's college basketball or just expand our audience horizons. Our first question is, can South Carolina repeat? LJ, go ahead.
I think they can repeat. This team is great at what they do. I mean, look at it. I mean, they went 38-0 last year, returned 75% of the team they had last year. Why wouldn't they repeat? Why wouldn't you want to go out there and win something that you couldn't? You know you can do again this year. 168 wins over 5 seasons. Who's doing that besides South Carolina? Nobody. That's the answer. Won 2 national titles in 5 years. 5 years. You hear me now? Championship coach and mentality. And all 3 losses are against top competition, who is still in the NCAA tournament right now. What better can you do with a team like this? Hey, I'm rolling with the Gamecocks on this one.
I don't know how much better you can do with this, but Lincoln, I hear you have an opinion. Let's hear it.
Well, I looked at South Carolina, thought they were good, but then I saw they lost by 30 to UConn. You got to beat good teams to win in March. Come on, LJ. You can't be losing by 30 to UConn, a good team that performs well in playoffs, and they're still here. And this team is giving up the ball. 17 turnovers a game. You gotta hold on to the ball, South Carolina. And they don't have a leader this year. There's nobody in their roster that seems to be really taking a lead. They lost one of their main leaders, Ashlyn Watkins, to a key injury. This is not their year.
Well, apparently everyone's favorite freshman has to go at it, so not me.
I love how you said, I love how you had to go back in time and look at the losses that
because that's a big loss to a good team in March.
In-season loss does not define how you're going to do in the NCAA tournament. Have you seen this team dominate?
They got to go beat, who is it, Duke next week?
Duke just put up 50 points against North Carolina, whose defense is terrible. And
they're a third-ranked team. This guy keeps calling teams that are third-ranked bad.
If you cannot score against South Carolina,
third-ranked.
For good Lord, my sister's going to play for Tennessee Tech. They got blown out the water. I'm telling you right now.
Tennessee Tech is an easy win.
It was like 150 points.
Easy wins like Duke's going to be an easy
Tennessee
win.
Tech is not good.
Tennessee Tech is, they're
fifth
not
ranked.
level, but listen. South Carolina's got it in the
So was
bag.
Clemson. Clemson's bad, and they were a 5th ranked team.
South Carolina's got it in the bag, but what?
They do not have it in the bag.
Come on now, when you got Joyce Edwards, you talking about they ain't got no leader?
They do not have a single leader.
I told you earlier, a player-led team is the most dangerous. Have
Their
you seen Don
coach is their
Staley?
leader.
Their
coach is going to be shooting threes.
Have you ever seen Don Staley coach? Have you seen her coach? She's never coached. All she does is sit down. It's not a bad thing. If you got to sit down and watch your girls do what they do, you're doing something right in practice.
All right, gentlemen. We got another topic coming up, and that is, where can I see this? UConn. Can UConn beat Oklahoma? We just did that, did we not?
No, we did not.
No, we did not. No, we did not. I'm sorry, folks. Go ahead, LJ. LJ's going first, Lincoln. Don't jump the gun.
Hey.
Don't jump the gun here.
Hey, what they say? Boomer. Sooner. I think the Sooners can pull this one off right here. Here's why. I mean, they're 27-7 on the season, 11-5 in the toughest conference. Come on now. I mean, hey, SEC runs it all when it comes to tournament time. You got Reagan Bears, 18 points per game and 10 rebounds per game. Hey, if Bears is going, you're sure to cheer in the end. Trust me on that one. Peyton Verhulst, she's really good, 15 points per game. She's dishing assists. It's 4, but hey, she's point guard. What can you get from her other than that?
Lincoln, can the Boomer Sooner?
He's and looking for players that are going to win the game for this team, but I can't seem to find them because he said it. Boomer Sooner? They're for sure a Boomer. They're pretty old, and they're not going to win this game against UConn. They're 17-0 in their conference. That team is dominant in the Big East. They can win those big games. Like I said earlier, they beat South Carolina by 30. Like LJ said, that's a top team. They beat them by 30. And they normally beat teams by almost 30 points with a winning margin of 29.3. They will blow you out. And did you see that first round performance, Phil? 103 points, and they only allowed that team to score 34.
It's March. It's March. We can go at it.
They just blow out teams, LJ. You can't.
Do you know who UConn's coach is?
Who's LJ? Who is it, LJ?
I know who he is. Do you know who he is?
I don't need to know who he is because I know about Paige Buckers and Ozzie Fouch.
So what you're trying to tell me is you're going to try to state something? You don't even know who the coach is?
Who's the coach of the Sooners?
Put some respect on Gino's name.
Who's the coach of the Sooners?
She's played for Iowa. I don't know her name. I know where she's played. She's played for Iowa.
Name.
She used to play. This guy's looking up where their coach played, and he's going to talk about who they can win in this matchup. If their coach played in college, they're not going to win against UConn now.
I'm appalled.
Yeah, you looked up where their coach is from.
Do you even know who else plays for UConn besides Paige Buckers?
Ozzie Fouch.
Okay, I'm glad you know that.
Exactly.
He finally found a player that he knows can play for somebody else. Come on now.
Who played, like you just said, these random girls that are averaging 12 points on Oklahoma. Who have they played this year?
Oklahoma?
Yeah. They're in the SEC?
They're in
the SEC is not the best in women's. They don't have 14 people in the tournament like men's do.
They're in the SEC. The SEC is one of the toughest.
Oklahoma is one of the easiest routes to get here.
He's appalled, ladies and gentlemen. He's appalled.
UConn in the playoffs, LJ. Have you ever heard of UConn women's basketball?
When's the last time UConn won a national championship, buddy?
That was like, what, 4 years ago? They did. They won.
All right. Hey, typical from a guy in shorts. Hey, if you're wearing shorts, you got to be quiet. That's how it is. But the next topic,
lip gloss shorts.
Who's going to win the women's basketball championship? LJ.
No, he's got this one.
Let Lincoln go first. Let's hear it from Lincoln.
Listen to him on this one.
Hey, I'm looking at Caleb with this one. The Texas Longhorns, and we'll give one up for Brandon.
Give it up for Brandon
Brandon. Hey, the Horns go this way.
No. We got to do it his way.
The Horns are going this way this year. They're going this way because Madison Booker is booking Texas a championship. She's averaging 20 points in March. She's hot for this team. And talk about ranked wins. They have 10 wins over ranked opponents this season. That's a lot for a good team like Texas. They're bringing it home, 33-3. That is a great record for a women's basketball team. They're dominant this year.
Oh, you must be done. That if you leave 8 seconds for me, that means your point has been not even proved.
Well,
do you understand?
Team.
You pick.
Hey, it's LJ's turn. It's LJ's turn.
I'm glad that he picked a squad like Texas, who's not won since 1986. Okay, but I'm going with the team that won last year. 38-0. I mean, they're 33-3 right now. That doesn't matter. 3 losses in season. I'm going with Dawn Staley. Why not? Come on now. She's got a team full of dogs. That's all I've been talking about this season. Basketball teams have a team full of dogs. Dawn Staley has it right here. You see a commercial she made for Under Armour?
Easy route to get here.
Whole bunch of dogs.
What's a commercial got to do with basketball?
You're right. Hey, it don't matter. Her last postseason loss was in 2023. You hear me on that one? 2023.
That's last season.
No, it wasn't.
It's
2025. 23-24.
That's
the last season.
Team, like I said earlier. My time is up. But if you want to go and argue, we can, because I got something good for you, and you ain't ready for it.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
You talking about Texas?
Texas is going to get there.
Texas ain't been to a Final Four in 22
Carolina
years.
has an insane route to get to the tournament. They have a hard route to get to the tournament, so they're not going to get there because they're not going to be able to get past Duke.
Texas ain't been in 22 years.
But they're 33-3 now. They are. This is now, LJ.
They have a 22-year Final Four chart. Where's this team at? Africa?
They're blowing out teams. They're blowing out teams, LJ.
I'm glad they're blowing out teams.
Africa. It's Texas, LJ. Horns up.
How much time we got?
Texas.
How much time we got?
Oh,
we
good.
good?
From Texas.
Yeah, we're good because Texas is going to make it to the national championship and win.
Oh, we right.
Okay,
well, hold on, I got some.
Okay, gentlemen. Hey, this is my show, and I'll have order. I will have order.
Listen, Don Staley.
Next up, we got Going for Two. We got Going for Two next, ladies and gentlemen. Don't listen to them.
Bring it.
Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home. Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride?
Sure. Yeah. All right. How about some one-on-one? I gotta go eat, man. Sorry. I'll see you later.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Now, let's talk about some Major League Baseball. Phil, it is that time of the year. It is my favorite professional sport.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about those Guardians.
You know what? The Guardians, they gave me a heart attack. They gave me a heart attack yesterday. They went into extras. Emmanuel Clase, you know, he's got some nerves, man. He's making me get some nerves. I don't know what to tell you, but the Guardians lost Josh Naylor and Andres Jimenez. But, you know, when you look at the trade, it really wasn't that bad because we got Carlos Santana, actually had a better WAR than Josh Naylor, and Luis Ortiz is a good piece as well. But tell me about these Reds.
Well, the Reds had a disappointing loss yesterday in their opening game against the Giants. They lost 6-4. Ian Jabot and the bullpen. I don't think I ever want to see them come to Cincinnati again. I think we need to exile them. I think they need to probably go to Cleveland, actually, considering that is one of the worst cities in the entire state of Ohio. Besides the point, Ohio is lackluster anyway. Cincinnati should probably be a part of Kentucky. But the Reds, they hired Terry Francona. They're great. I love them. But, as always,
Carl's World Series.
That is all the time we have for the Extra Point. It is up, and it is good.